Okay, it happens. But you do your best in the role that you are. If you're a mama, give your all. Take care of your kids. But I'm going to tell you, the greatest success you'll have as a mom is when you have success as a daughter of God. Because the strength that you need to parent your kids is not in your children, it's in God. So if you're not spending time with God, you're going to burn yourself out. I found that when I spend time with the Lord, well, but I'm taking time away from the house, or I'm not doing this. That was more important. He gave me the energy to do the rest. It had God first. So priorities are important. First things first. Put God first. All the other things. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these other things will be added to you, right? So you put God first, you start to get those things in order. Sometimes in life you have to change, and I've talked about this. Priorities sometimes shift from day to day. But that doesn't mean God ever loses his position. He's in the center of it all. Sometimes a kid is sick, and they take all the priority of the day because you're so focused on what they're going through. Sometimes you got relatives coming that your husband didn't tell you until Sunday morning, and you have to preach. And they're coming tomorrow. And I went, when did you tell me? I told you. No, we didn't. And I went, oh. And so we started running through the house. Ben, we got to put this and this and this together. And we got to do this and this and this. Priorities shifted really big and really fast. Because I got to get this, I got a whole list. Well, there goes my Sunday of relaxation. I got to prep my house for a cousin coming, right? That's how things change. But that doesn't mean God changes. His position is still in the center of my plate. We're going to go to church first, then we'll finish the house. We're not going to neglect the first things. My plant is not going to grow without corporate worship. My plant's not going to grow without the water of the word. I have to keep the first things first. I was sitting on the mower, and God said this to me. He said, if you could hear this explanation and understand how ironic, and I can't think of what the other word I want to say, just ironic this is. But this is what I heard. While I'm trying to provide for my family, I neglected to prioritize my family that I was working for. Now, catch this again. While I'm trying to provide for my family, I neglect to prioritize my family that I'm actually working for. Do you know how many people fit that bill? And I'm not just talking men that are the providers of the home, but there's women too. They might be working a job, you might be busy, and you're trying to do 6 million different things going on. And we always say, we're doing this for my family. I'm doing this so I can pay bills. But I'm doing this while I'm neglecting what I'm doing it for. Do you hear the irony in that? Say it again, please. While providing for my family, I neglect to prioritize my family that I'm working for. It's called the hamster wheel. We're going nowhere fast. We're just on a move, but we're actually going nowhere. The only way to get off of this is to say, God, where am I not prioritizing the things I need to prioritize? Where am I not putting those things in place? If you work 7 days a week, but you never take a day off, God called us. You guys, he commanded us to have a Sabbath. Sundays aren't always a Sabbath, especially for the pastor. For my mom and my dad, it's Mondays. Often that's their Sabbath. They come down, it's just kind of their rest day, okay? We have to have a day that we rest. And I'm not just talking physically rest. I'm talking we rest in the Word. We rest in our high amounts of activity. Maybe rest to you is going out fishing with your kids and getting away from it all and turning your cell phone off, okay? Then that's rest to you. But you better have a day of that. Your family needs it. If all you do is work for your family, but you're never there for your family, you're on a hamster wheel that's never going anywhere. You're you're not really meeting your family's needs. You think you are, but they need one less dollar and more of you. And moms, it's the same way. We get so busy doing our stuff, even cleaning, and our kids sometimes just need us. You know what I loved about rainy days? My mom stopped. Because a rainy day, you couldn't work the garden. You couldn't do the stuff outside that needed done. You were kind of stuck indoors. And my mom got weird on rainy days. She loved to make cookies and put Christmas music on and put a little fire in the fireplace. Not enough to make it hot, but just enough to like roast a hot dog. And she did fun stuff with us. And so rainy days were something, other kids were bored on rainy days. We were like, Mom, she's got our day, you know. And she was just all about whatever she planned. Rainy days were a blast at my house. Everybody's like, I wish I could come to your house on a rainy day. It was a fun thing. And so for me, it was the same way. It was like I stopped. I can't really do anything. I'm going to hang out with the kids. We're going to watch a movie. We're going to put on Christmas music. And it became a special time. Moms, we have to do that too. Dads, you have to do that with your kids. Spouses, you better be doing that with your spouse and taking some time. Well, we don't have a lot of money. So go walk at the beach. Go make a little homemade picnic and take it out. Something.